Breaking news. Hey, Godwin Emefiele and Buhari falls apart. Hear what he just said about Buhari that is causing serious problem, tension, whatever name you want to call it. He said Nigeria is in a bad situation under President Muhammadu Buhari. Godwin Emefiele. Godwin Emefiele, in case you're not aware, is the CBN governor. The very said person who, during NSAS went ahead straight to the court and said the court should give him an order to freeze accounts. And Nigerians are wondering, this man, are you okay? Are you very okay? Or is something wrong? Is something touching in the head or in the brain or something? Anyway, can you believe that this man is going against his principle? This is the same person who cannot track accounts of those who are sponsoring evil and atrocity in our nation. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, subscribe if this is your first time. Let's understand all that is going on and why they fall apart. Nigeria is in a bad situation under President Muhammadu Buhari. Godwin Emefiele. Godwin Emefiele, the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, has admitted that the country economy is in a daring, staring situation and very terrible at the moment under President Muhammadu Buhari's regime. Against the backdrop of the worsening unemployment, inflation rate, and rising debt profile, Mr. Emefiele acknowledges that Mr. Buhari had against the backdrop of worsening unemployment, inflation rates, and rising debt profile, Mr. Emefiele acknowledged that Mr. Buhari has a peculiar situation in his hand. Nigeria is unfortunately in a bad situation in the sense that we are facing a problem about the productivity outcome, which is GDP. We are also confronted with the problem of inflation, said Mr. Emefiele. On Thursday, as seen in social media footage, the CBN boss reacted to Governor Godwin Obaseki's claim that the federal government printed 6 billion to share among the states in March. If you understand the concept of printing money is about lending money. That is our job. There is no need putting up the controversy of printing money in the media. If we are going into the factory printing money, then distributing it on the streets, then I don't think there is anything that we should be said. Mr. Emefiele argued it is very inappropriate for people to just give some coloration to the words of printing money as if it's some foreign word coming from the sky. Obaseki had said last week that in another year or so, federal government might run out of cash. Where will we find this money? We are going to Abuja to share every month. Last month, we got a FAAC for March. The federal government printed additional 50 to 60 billion naira to top for us to share. The governor has claimed. Further discrediting Mr. Governor Gordon Obaseki's claim, Emefiele disclosed that CBN gave support loans to states when the country was hit recently and in 2016, pointing out that the states have yet to refund those loans given to them. In January, Fitch Rating, an American credit rating agency, warned that Mr. Buhari continued to rely on CBN to fund the country budget deficit might pose several economic consequences, and this is what we are facing. Buhari is faced with the most difficulty of times. His regime has continued to deteriorate as a result of fast decline in employment and inflation rising. President Muhammadu Buhari's regime is one of the hardest we've had since the inception of this country. The reports express fear that certainty and use of direct monetary finances are giving rise to malicious behavior and risky situation in the institutes of safeguarding. However, it explains that Buhari's regime is reducing the loan and overdraft accounts of the CBN, which enables us to advocate for the bank and the federal government in 2021. In response, Mr. Emefiele argued that it will be irresponsible for any financial institution or the government to continue to give out revenue without getting anything back. President Muhammadu Buhari has been in the most unfortunate situation currently as at today. So this is Emefiele, talking about the financial situation. Since Obaseki gave that words that this is what is going on, the federal government is printing money, okay, to look after what should be done. He has rocked a lot of boats because we saw the Minister of Finance and Budget says Obaseki should not have said that. Emefiele is now saying that what Obaseki said is not what should be said in media, and if he has any situation or anything to talk with the government, is not what he should put on media. But again, I don't understand what Obaseki has said has become a serious problem and a serious bone for contention. And now Emefiele is the one saying that President Muhammadu Buhari's regime is one of the hardest. That is in a very unfortunate situation where things are going from bad to worse. Emefiele, do you understand what is even going on? You guys are the one financing the terrorist group that are raging from kidnapping to banditry to Boko Haram. You guys are the one financing them. Students, young men and women, youths captured the name under which came and said, we want this to be done. There are ways the government can gainfully employ people which will reduce crime rates. But guess what? They can't be bothered. You see them circulating themselves. Emefiele was very quick, very, he was on a fast lane to go to the court to get a court injunction to say freeze the account of young people, even during the Christmas period. And even when they finally they won the court case to say their bank account should be unfrozen, Emefiele was the one that said he was still going back to the courts to get more whatever. Now he's saying Buhari is in the most unfortunate situation and is dragging Obaseki into it. What has Obaseki really said that has become a problem that all of them cannot really say the truth? What about Obaseki said that, every one of them is, in fact, he has just rang a bell, an alarm, and everybody is really worried that he has exposed the federal government. What exactly is going on? You see, this is why a country, need honest people in government. These are people who continue to pretend like all is well when we know that the country things are failing, going from bad to worse. You are just telling us now that Buhari is into one of the most unfortunate situations. Guys, we know what's going on, okay? If ever there's election in 2023, I believe that Nigeria will be much better. Would have really taken our place and would have stood up to what we believe. Leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now.